Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Intuitive Air. I do have some messages for you today. I'm actually using a tarot deck today that's called the Light Seers Tarot. If you've been here before for one of my messages, welcome back. And if this is your first time, hopefully this is a message for you, whether it be the entire message or whether it be only parts of the message. I've done some shuffling and laid out some cards already. And the first one that came out was this Eight of Swords, okay? See how she's looking in a mirror and she sees herself as tied up, restrained, okay? Not in control of what she wants to do at this time. And there are a lot of birds flying around. So that may be some air energy. And I'm getting the energy from these birds of frantic, okay? Frantic. So this is if you're the one seeing yourself tied up, the birds sort of, I feel, capture the energy that she's feeling, which is the energy of fear and being tied up and without control. So this is where someone was recently, or this may be something that's coming for you where there's a time where you're going to feel restrained and not able to move in a way that you feel is the best for you. But what's going to happen after that is you're going to realize you're not tied up, okay? You're going to realize this is something that someone wants you to feel like, but that isn't what it is, because right next to it is the wheel. And I get the impression your own energy is going to come in and realize that you aren't tied up. And you're gonna realize that you're in the best position. You see how she's at the top of the wheel? This is the best position that you can be in order to move how you want to through whatever this situation is. And it's going to take some balance, because see how she seems to be balancing on the top of the wheel, okay? So it's going to take some balance, but you're going to find out real quickly that you're not as restricted as you thought you were. And what's going to come out of that once you take control of your energy at the top of this wheel is you're going to start making some decisions. My eyes are totally on the lion behind this King of Wands. And I think this is the energy, the new energy that you're going to carry once you realize you're not restricted. And once you realize you're not tied up like you thought you were, you are going to see the lion behind it. This lion, to me, this lion is roaring, okay? This lion is roaring. You are going to be taking charge of something. And I heard you're going to look good while you do it, okay? All right. So for me already in this reading, this is giving me the message that someone is awakening to the knowledge that a situation isn't what they thought it was for themselves, and that they have more choices. So if this is you have more choices, more options, different ways that you can move in a difficult situation where you have far more control. And when you realize it, that you're not stuck anymore, I heard all hell is gonna break loose. So whatever you're going to be moving towards, you're going to be doing it with the command of a lion, okay? This is going to be some new energy for some of you, because I heard fed up. So some of you might have been fed up about something in the past, but you have found your way of moving forward. And like a lion, you're going to take what you feel like you deserve. What's for you is what you're going to be in command of. And I see this Two of Pentacles here. And for me, this feels like energy of grounding yourself, because you see how these circles are in two different places here on the card. What that tells me is that you've had to, or you will have to, really balance some things as you try to negotiate this new energy, this energy of the lion, this energy of a king. You're going to be moving now in authority, okay? This gives me authority that you're going to move in with this lion energy, okay? All right? And along the way, you're going to need to balance some things. And for some of you, as you move into a newer, better energy to manifest in, Some of you are going to, in order to come through to this energy, this is the Hermit. And what it emphasizes is the aloneness and self-reflection. But I think you're not alone, okay? Because see how this figure is up over the ground, okay? She's sort of floating here. I think what this is going to be is once this lion energy of authority is activated for you, I think what's gonna happen, and this is actually right under the wheel in my spread, what I'm thinking is you're going to be alone with God, is what I'm hearing. You're gonna be alone with God, okay? And I think that's why her figure is not on the fence here or the road here that you see on the bottom. I think she's up and over everything because it requires some divine connection in order for you to rebalance these energies to get yourself out of this situation where you feel like you're all tied up, okay? So it's going to require you negotiating some new energy here, and it's going to be the energy of authority. This is going to be the energy of, oh, I heard predator. The energy of a predator. Because that's what a lion is in the jungle. They're at the top of the food chain, and you know they eat what they want, basically. All right. So I think what's going to be happening here is that you're going to be in a position of being in charge, and that's going to shake some other people around you. Okay. Some other people are going to feel shook when they see that you are no longer in that energy of allowing yourself to feel all tied up. And it's gonna be, you know, and to get out of that with this wheel energy, this is the perfect time for you to, for this new information to come to you that you're not all tied up. And once you realize that, that you have these options, I think the whole game is gonna change. And people are gonna see that the game has changed and you are in more control of yourself, how you move in the world, and it's gonna shake people, okay? It's gonna shake some other people, okay? But that's not your problem. That's gonna be their problem, okay? So no worry about that part. But it's also going to, since this is new energy for you, okay? This King of Wands kind of energy, and I'm hearing seduction too. So some of you may be in careers or sell products or something like that that are about seduction in some way, okay? Yeah, so that could be for some of you, but I keep coming back to this Hermit card, and I think how you're going to use this new energy of authority and this new energy of, you know, the lion who takes what you want and is in charge of how you move in the world and how you allow others to have an impact on your life is going to take some going within first and connecting with the spiritual support that is there for you, okay? But the alone time I want to emphasize as well, okay? The alone time, all right? And there's a lot of blue here. So for some of you, you may be stepping back, you know, before you're going to step into this energy. But before you step up and out of that energy, it's going to require that you go within. See all of this blue here? For me, that's a lot of emotion. So for some of you, that may mean that you want to work on how you feel emotionally, since you're coming out of a very difficult space where you felt fear, okay? And where you felt a lack of control. And you're gonna have to go within to sort of repair yourself emotionally. Okay, and you may do that with some spiritual assistance, but for some of you, it's going to require some emotional repair, and I heard some emotional maturity, okay, as well, because the last card, Ten of Wands, okay, and for me, you know, it started with this Eight of Swords, the whole spread, and it ends with this Ten of Wands. And for me, it's a little bit of putting other things away, okay, and distancing yourself, because see, she looks like she's ready to go on a new journey, okay. And usually, you know, with the Ten of Wands, for me, there has been a lot of heavy energy, a lot of heavy emotion, a lot of heavy situations that have happened to get to this Ten of Wands. But on the bottom of the deck here, there's the Ace of Wands, and there's always, and there's also here the Sun, okay? So this tells me that although this was the last card in my original spread, this is, for me, the new beginning. And the new beginning for you is going to be with a lot of emotion, and it's going to be with it's going to be a new journey, because see, she's going on a journey here. So for me, this is going to be a new journey, and it's right under the King of Wands card. So for me, this means you're going on a new journey, you know, because this doesn't feel like a negative card to me. You're going on a new journey, and this is this journey of authority, okay? This is this journey of being the keeper of your own energy, controlling yourself, being in control of what happens to you and how you move, okay? That new energy, it is gonna put you on a new journey where you leave all this other heavy stuff, heavy energy, heavy situations behind, because you've got, you know, you've got an Ace of Wands here, okay? And for me, because this third eye is lit up in this picture, what that tells me is you're going to be in some new energy where you're going to feel more connected within yourself on how to be in control of this new energy, okay? This new energy of the lion, okay? Yes, very much so. And the sun shines, okay? So at the end of all this, I mean, you start off with, you know, this very difficult, fearful energy, frantic, you know, kind of emotion, and the whole thing ends with an Ace of Wands in the sun. You know, how much greater can this be? Okay, so what it's telling me through for the whole, you know, for the whole reading, just to sum it up, is that whatever it is that you were fearful about and thought you had no control and thought you couldn't see a way out and that you couldn't exercise any options, you're going to find out that you can, okay? This being on top of the wheel tells me you're going to find out that that's not true. It may look that way, but that's not going to be true. And once you realize that, that's when you're going to be on some new King of Wands energy, that energy of the lion, that you can do whatever you want when you want, and nobody else is in control of you, even though it might have seemed like that already. So you're going to try to balance out some things, okay? And you're going to go into your emotions and become more self-aware, repair whatever healing you've needed to do, you know, since this started out, you know, with an Eight of Swords, so some very difficult energy for you. But this just feels like being alone around emotional repair. But I think that's going to be something that you will link with spirit about this, okay? Divine spiritual energy will help you through this, and all of this really heavy energy that the reading started with is going to be over. You're going to be, this is the last step before you go on your new journey, okay? And if you'll see here, she's far away. You don't see any other people around her or anything. You know, she's got her bag packed. She's got what she needs, and she's leaving, okay? So whatever this was, you will eventually leave it behind. And once you do, you're going to be specifically starting on your new energy, and you're going to find that the sun shines again, okay? The sun is coming for you. Things are going to look wonderful. And under those two cards was the Lovers, okay, at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, new love will come. So perhaps for some of you, what I'm getting is that this difficult situation in the beginning where you felt all tied up, this was about a relationship, okay? And I heard to career, okay? But at the end of all this, there will be love, okay? There will be romantic love is what I'm getting. Specifically, and you may be people where one of you, where the two of you are different skin colors, that might be it as well. Some of you may have dark hair, and some of you may be older, because see the gray in his hair. So this may reflect those of you who are an older demographic, or just the male figure in the relationship. Maybe someone who is older. Okay, but you're gonna be connecting with this new beginning in a way that's spiritual for you, and it's gonna take you on a whole other journey that's gonna be wonderful for you. Okay, wonderful. So that's all I've got, you guys, today. Thank you for staying with me for this message. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the message. But for all of you who are here right now, this reading is for you. Okay, this is a prediction that things are going to be so much better for you in a way that you had not thought it could be, because you felt trapped in some kind of relationship or some kind of energy for a long time where you felt like you couldn't get out of it. But when there's going to be some kind of, I'm not sure where the energy is going to come from, but there's some energy that's going to come, and it's going to be real quick, okay? All of a sudden, something's going to happen, and you're going to realize that you aren't trapped, okay? So be on the lookout for that, because I didn't really get what it was that's going to help you see that you're at the top of the wheel, and this is your opportunity to break away from this, to get out of this, and to move forward, okay? But something in particular, and it may be because it's different things for many different people, you know, what's going to come in and bring you that wheel energy. But the wheel energy is going to arrive, and you guys, I'm telling you, this new energy for you, you know, it's going to, for a little while, it's going to be a little bit touch and go, because you're going to have to work through some things before you get to the new beginning. Okay, so you're going to have to work your way through some things, and it may take you a little while depending upon what you're dealing with. But hey, most positive card in the deck, the sun. Okay, and the sun will be shining for you, and some of that sunshine for some of you may be a new romantic relationship. Okay, so if you are working your way through this already, and you're toward the end of settling the old and wanting to begin the new, this is what's coming for you. You know, the Ace of Wands and the Sun. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for listening to this reading. And I'll see you guys next time. Intuitive Air signing off. Bye.